Hello everybody and welcome into the Fritz Aquatics YouTube channel. Today we are at Imperial Tropicals. Woo! Instantly fogged up. Now Imperial Tropicals is a working farm. They breed fish here, they sell fish here, you can come pick up fish here. Wow! Now these are just one of the rows of fish. There's hundreds and hundreds of tanks here. With so many tanks to see, we're not gonna make it through it all. I'll pick about 5 to 7 fish and I'll show you which ones are some of my favorites. All right, let's go find one of the mics and go talk to him and see if he can show us around.
Hey, so I'm Mike Bernard. I'm a supervisor here at Imperial Tropicals. I've been here since 2016. Got tired of the everyday warehouse type of job, so I dropped everything, left Illinois, came here to work the dream. We are Imperial Tropicals. This is a 10,000 square foot warehouse. This is all of our fish we currently have for sale on our website. If you order from us, this is where they start. At one point, I was in the breeding sector of this farm. Every aspect on the farm touches a fish that leaves here. So whether you're packing the fish, breeding the fish, feeding the fish in our ponds, we all get to see it.
Yeah, so he moved on from the ranks, everybody. From where'd you start at breeding in that hot room that we were just at?
So actually,
Yep.
even less than that. I started like mowing grass, cleaning algae out of ponds, slowly moved my way into the breeding area. So now I'm just supervisor and I mostly supervise packing and shipping.
And you get to do the live streams.
Yeah, and
so, I mean, you're the face now, kind of.
Essentially.
Yeah, essentially you're the face of the Imperial Tropicals.
Right.
All right.
All right, so let's go check it out. So in this warehouse, it's 10,000 square feet. We have around 800 tanks. There's 66 tanks per rack, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 racks.
I know it was in the soft water section. Kind of lost them because this place is just so big.
So one's right here.
One's right here. All right,
yes.
so this is the Ivancara bimaculata.
Yep, Ivancara bimaculata.
What other common names do they have?
So one other common name here is dwarf acara,
Yeah.
but that's such a broad name, so we just stick with the Latin name. So what I really like about these guys is just, they're almost like chameleons. Like they will just change their color in an instant. They get some like nice deep auburn kind of reds to them, blues. You might even see a little bit of greens. What I really like about them is they're not an aggressive fish, but they get to a nice size, like just under 3 inches when they are full grown. So they make a nice centerpiece fish for some of your bigger aquariums. So for people who like planted tanks, these guys fit right in. Some of the breeders I've seen 2.5 inches on the males.
So just a little bit chonkier because some of these
Yes.
are kind of almost there.
But I've never seen them like want to chase another fish down or anything like that.
Yeah, so pretty peaceful.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about all the body shapes,
Yeah.
just going through the farm here, and this is some of my favorite body shapes with the more like, how do you say that kind of head?
Kind of like a hump fish,
Yeah,
curved
hump-
kind of
yeah,
head.
yeah.
That acara head.
The acara head, yeah.
The acara head is what I like to
It's
call
like
it.
my epitome of a fish, like the acara head. I just think that the look is so great. We
Yeah.
got some palm fronds in here, but we were talking about how he doesn't really like the palm fronds because they kind of break down and stuff like that, and it's hard to get out. But this looks really cool. This looks really neat.
So an alternative to the palm fronds, what I would like would be like an oak leaf.
Yeah,
they don't
oak
break
leaves.
down as quickly, but they don't release as much tannins. So it's kind of a give and take there. They're a softer water fish. We keep them in a TDS of like 100 or less. To get them to spawn, the lower the better. So we'll get down to like 50, 25, and that'll just kind of trigger them. So that seems kind of low, but it works just about every single time. They're pretty good parents. They raise their fry on their own. So typically,
How big are the fry?
Oh, the fry are tiny. So think of like an Apisto fry where you could just barely see them kind of scooting around the bottom, but they grow pretty quick.
This is in no particular order, but this is one of the ones that I picked out. Yeah. Let's go on to the next fish. Right. Actually, one of them could be right here. If anything, it could be a runner-up. Let's take a look at this fish.
Yeah, we'll take a look at these. These guys are amazing. These are the Apistogramma hongsloi.
Really good finish, a red belly there.
So these are a South American fish, like most Apistos. I'm not exactly sure on which kind of river basin these ones are from in particular. This is their natural color, so these aren't line bred. Now there are line bred forms, but these are the natural type. So that's what I really like about these, is that huge finish. I mean, look at that male.
Huge finish, look at that.
Just showing off. Nice yellow with the red belly. And you can see the females, they have that bright yellow coloration when they're getting ready to spawn.
The ones back there?
Yep. You can see kind of sitting in front of that cave.
Yep.
So I really like them. Another great centerpiece fish. They don't get too large. Now this is a larger species of Apistos. They don't get big, but they're larger. So 2.5 inches on these guys. And the reason they make good centerpiece fish is they're not going to be chasing around your schooling fish. And they act a lot like a geophagus, where they will be kind of picking at the sand all day. So they also kind of serve a purpose of kind of keeping your sand cleaned up a little bit. Relatively easy to spawn. You give them a cave or a leaf they can go under, they're going to spawn. The important thing when trying to spawn these is going to be water parameters. So really low TDS. This is one where we'll actually bring the TDS down to 0 to get them to spawn.
Oh, holy cow.
Now, we're not going to raise the fry in that. That is just to get them to trigger the spawn. The fry, we will gradually add hardness to that water, because if not, you end up with all sorts of deformities. Without all that calcium and other important minerals in the water, they just won't grow some of their body parts.
Now, is that simulating rainfall or something?
That is exactly what it's doing.
Okay.
So just trying to simulate the rainy season. As far as temperature goes, a little slight drop is perfectly fine with them too. That's going to help simulate the rain too.
All right, on to the next.
Okay.
These are really tiny fish.
Yeah.
Actually, like, what's really cool, because there's all the soft fish are right here.
Yes.
You got I used to keep these fish, the neon blue rasboras. How do you say that scientific name?
So I'm going to try my best. I say Pseudodanio goblinus. I'm not.
Yours is better than mine, man. So they're really tiny, very hard to see. I'll break out my macro. It's going to be hard either way. All right, tell me about these fish.
So these guys are stunning little fish. Now, against this blue background, it's going to really take away from these fish.
Because they're actually blue.
Yeah, this is a blue fish with a slight red underbelly. They stay tiny, and they're really good schoolers. So I like these for a planted tank. Especially if you have a smaller planted tank. If you get a black background or one of those kind of frosted backgrounds, they really stand out. Similar to another fish we're going to look at after this, you just cannot beat that shimmer underneath a bright aquarium light.
Yep.
It just looks phenomenal.
All right, on to the next one.
So the next one, this is top 10 fish of me for all time. So I know, Jimmy, you're a big fan of these, so why don't you show them?
The gold tetra.
So the Hemigrammus rodway. So Jimmy, do you know about these fish and why they're not bred in captivity?
I wonder if these are the exact fish. There's like a parasitic or some kind of symbiotic thing that lives with them that make them that color, right?
Correct, yeah. So I don't know the exact name of the bacteria parasite, but it is a relationship to where if you breed these in captivity, they're just going to be like a silver fish.
Yeah.
So in the wild, naturally, they have a symbiotic relationship. I'm not exactly sure with what, but it causes them to have that really, really bright shimmer, and it's just, that's what makes them such an awesome fish. For
really cool fact about these fish. Yeah, that's really cool. I wonder what an actual captive bred one looks like.
So every now and then, so these are all wild caught, but every now and then you'll get a few that come in without that parasitic symbiotic relationship, and it's just like a silver. It looks exactly the same, but it's silver. It doesn't have any kind of shimmer to it.
Okay, really cool school looking. Like, look at this. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Amazing fish.
Yeah.
You didn't think I knew that, huh?
I didn't. I'm very impressed.
Yes, let's go. All right, what's the next one?
Next one is another Apisto. So let's go. We got to go to another rack.
Are you sure we didn't pass those? Oh, wow.
Oh, so real quick, we can show these.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is for another video, but real quick, I just want to show you these cool looking pencilfish. All right, that's all you get.
Let's go. All right, another top 5 of mine for here. With a black in color, they make up for finnage and just personality. That is going to be the Apistogramma uaupesi.
Yeah,
let's show them the name. That's a difficult one to pronounce.
Yeah, you might want to say uaupesi or something like that, but uaupesi. Yeah.
So this is another naturally occurring species. This one isn't line bred. The males just have really nice umbrella, huge fins. They really like to show it off to each other when they're fighting for territory. It's really nice. They'll just lift those fins up, make themselves look as big as possible, kind of fight for territory and show who's the most dominant fish to breed.
Okay.
You know, a lot of wild caught fish, sometimes they can be really kind of cryptic and they want to hide all the time.
Yeah.
This is not the case for these guys. They settle right in. And you see, they're just sitting center of the tank, just waiting for food. All right, you ready for another Apisto?
Yeah.
Now, I know this one really caught your eye. We're going back to the other side.
Yeah, the other side. Oh, wait, before then, let's see these guys.
Okay, so this is a nice one. So this is
I picked these guys too.
This is a newer fish to the U.S. So this is the red-tailed penguin tetra. Not often seen here in the States. This is more common overseas, like in the UK, Europe area.
Yeah, so we're so used to the other penguins, but these red tails are fantastic.
Yeah, so they're very similar. They get about the same size. And the red on them just keeps getting brighter and brighter the bigger they get, which is really nice.
That's crazy.
Now, underneath these lights in the blue background, you're not seeing it as well, but on the top above that black line, it gets a nice kind of blue sheen. You might see it in some of the fish, but in this environment, you're really not going to see just how much color they really have.
All right, so that Apistogramma.
Yeah, we have a nice group of them here, and this is definitely probably most Apisto keepers' favorite. This is going to be the Apistogramma borellii opal.
There is that male there.
So what stopped you when you saw this
The
fish?
finnage,
The
100%.
finnage? Yeah. They've bred in this tank several times. This isn't their breeding tank. They will be moved shortly to our breeding area. But already, just in their holding tank here, they've bred. I think we've had 4 spawns in about the last month. Just like all the other fish we saw today, lower TDS, lower pH. Now, it's not super necessary on the borellii because they are line bred in captivity so often. So a lot of times they're a little bit more forgiving on that. So this is one where you actually don't need to drop the TDS down to 0 to get them to breed or anything. They're breeding in 75 TDS, pH is around 7. All right, so now these fish currently under quarantine, but how can we not look at the coral red pencilfish?
Coral reds. Oh,
now this is one you're not going to get me to pronounce the Latin name.
Nanostomus morndaleri.
I believe that's exactly how I would pronounce it.
Wow, yeah, these are really colorful. And if you think these guys are like really, really red, which I think they are, the red Sanifas, once they're fully fired up, oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
But these guys are like almost half the price, if anything.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you get the same color. They get a little bigger, and you get a little pattern. Some people actually prefer like the black stripes to get the contrast of the red and the black. From what I've heard, this isn't like the most difficult to breed.
Yeah, out of all pencils.
Yeah, out of the pencil fish. I just know, I mean, the fry are tiny, so it's going to take time and a lot of attention to detail.
All right, there's another fish that's a cleaner crew-ish. But it's a fancy cleaner crew, the zebra otocinclus.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
we forgot to see
one of your favorites.
Yep.
So we're hitting all the saltwater fish. As you can tell, we have a type. We like certain types of fish.
We're passing all these cool cichlids, which we'll come back and film. Just let us know if you want to see it.
Absolutely.
That's what they're known for, is a really cool,
beautiful
look
fish
at that.
there.
But you know me, I'm more of the community fish guy. And
all right, so how can we not talk about the zebra ottos?
Yes.
Amazing fish. We do feed them algae wafers. Zucchini works as well. But also we're very fortunate in the fact that we have a lot of ponds here with a lot of driftwood, and that's dirty driftwood. So a lot of people think dirty tank, they're kind of scared of it, but I mean, that's their natural food. They love getting all that, what you would consider dirty, that's what they eat. So you'll see the driftwood in the tank, they just go to town on it. They clean it up. So every so often we put a nice new dirty piece of driftwood in there, and they just go to town, eat all that little bacteria, the mold, the algae, and
Yep. Good cleaner fish, good working fish.
Yep.
There's a food that I should have brought. I'll bring it to you next time. Like I told you, we have a Vitalis Pleco pellet.
Right, yeah.
It's soft, so you can just squish it onto a piece of wood. I feed it to my regular otocinclus, so I'm pretty sure maybe they'll take them.
They would go to town.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring it to you.
That'd be cool.
All right, are we missing anything?
That was, I mean, we were going top 5. I think we hit like 6
we hit
or
like
7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
If I didn't show you already, we went out to the Rainbowfish breeding facility back there, and he pulled out a Wapoga, which I'll insert right now just so you can see it. But wow, one of the coolest looking colorful rainbows I've ever seen. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. That was nice.
All right, we got the cool rainbow section here. Oh my gosh. All right. Which ones were the ones that we were?
So we looked
I think
at
it's on the other side, right?
we'll start with.
We'll start here.
So we looked at a couple types of the Bosemani. So I think we looked at the Aves Creek, which we should have some. Unfortunately, it's a little later in the day. Their colors are shut off, but we have the Aves Creek down here, which we filmed down there.
Yep. And here's the Kalitawas.
Yep, we looked at the Kalitawa. Now,
Holy Grail of rainbows. Goiter Rivers are actually really cool if you like the orange red look.
Here you got the Millennium Rainbows.
that
Remember we saw the Brad Pitt of rainbows
Brad
earlier?
Pitt of rainbows. The Millennium Rainbows. These are some of my favorite rainbows next to the albino Millennium Rainbow, which is also really cool. Wow. It's like the Brad Pitt of rainbow fish right there.
Brad Pitt of rainbows.
Oh yeah, these are really cool. So we were looking at these earlier. They're called a rainbow cichlid. It's funny that they're in the rainbow section.
Yeah.
But tell me a really quick snippet of these guys.
All right, so the rainbow cichlids, now it takes them a long time. I've seen some up to 6 inches. Typically they're around that 4-inch size. They're not very aggressive, and this is one, they get their name because of how quickly they can change their color.
Okay.
So you'll see them, sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're brown. My favorite is when they're more green and yellow. There's some in there that are kind of green and yellow right now. They get the orange in them as well. So not overly aggressive. This is something where you could keep in kind of like a South American community tank with cichlids.
Okay, gotcha.
This is something you could keep with like blue acara, electric blue acara, any kind of geophagus they would do well with.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video here with Mike. That was such a blast picking out some of my favorite fish here. Tell us where we can find you.
All right, guys, so if you want to purchase anything from us, go ahead and just visit our website, imperialtropicals.com. If you want to see any of our videos, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Yeah, make sure to tune into live stream and get some free fish.
So every Friday, guys, we do a giveaway. So tune into our social media, and you can have a chance at winning up to $50 worth of fish every week.
That's cool. All right, thank you, Mike.
Yep,
see you on the next one.